Hey, my name is Dr. Kraus, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, well, I'm doing what exactly the title and this title right here implies. I'm going to be revealing my portfolio. I think it's a good thing to do for transparency's sake, so you guys can see where I'm coming from, especially because my old portfolio reveal video from about a year and a half ago is horribly outdated. I don't hold a single one of those stocks I showed in that video before, so I think this is good for transparency's sake. Though, this definitely doesn't mean you should be copying my portfolio. Do not take anything I say as financial advice. Absolutely don't. That is just a stupid idea. This is all for entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. This is only for transparency's sake, not financial advice. Do your own research. Do not follow me. Do not do anything I do. That would be a horrible idea. Alright, let's get right into it. Alright, so my portfolio, so cash at 43% is my largest holding, and I say that because I don't think the lows are in yet, but at the same time, I don't want to risk getting absolutely blown out on a short, which would have happened over the past couple weeks if I was, 40% in SQQQ instead. Speaking of which, let's look at my SQQQ, is only about 1% of my portfolio. This kind of proves my point. I like having that little bit of leverage to the downside, right? Because cash is just neutral. I like that little bit that SQQQ does give me, but I don't want to also go 40% SQQQ, because yeah, I won big throughout April with it, but I would have got absolutely blown out over the past couple weeks if I was 40% SQQQ instead of 40% cash. Though around these levels, QQQ, SPY, they're kind of faltering. They're flat, slightly red, around resistance levels, so we'll have to see if we blow through these resistance levels or not. It's tough to say, but I am getting interested in adding a little bit there, though I wouldn't deploy my cash. Instead, I'm thinking about selling TROX, aka Tronox, because they're titanium. That's, of course, going to do very poorly in a recession, so I was thinking I might cut my losses on that and move it into SQQQ. Anyways, what's the next thing I want to look at? Well, let's look at Alphamin, also at about 1%. Well, thing is, they used to be like 10% of my portfolio. I love the company, but just because they literally for months on end just did nothing but go up, I was always kind of freaked out of adding to them. Though around these prices, I'm definitely very interested in adding them, because tin, like titanium, isn't the type of thing that's going to do amazingly during a recession. But at the same time, even at low tin prices, these guys just absolutely rake in cash. So one more leg down will put them at prices I originally bought them at, and in that case, I will absolutely load the boat on Alphamin. Alright, let's keep moving. So let's look at some of my precious metal stuff here. So Sprott's Physical Silver Trust, also about 1%. We can see that my other one is a little over 2%, Sandstorm Gold, and that's a royalty company. And so, of course, PSLV, that just lets me straight up get just regular silver pricing. And so, of course, as silver moves to the upside, that, of course, is good. To the downside, it's bad. You don't have to worry about anything else. Nothing company specific. Sandstorm, you don't have to worry about profit margins getting crushed like you're seeing on the gold miners themselves, because they're a royalty company, which I quite like. Since overall, I'm still a precious metals bull, but of course, like if you held the miners recently, they've got absolutely decimated relative to the spot price of the metal. And so, of course, this is just a safer way to play precious metals. Alright, now, the big boys here. Global Atomic, Forsys Metals, and Baselode, my uranium holdings. Alright, so the massive one here, 30% Global Atomic. Why is that? Well, superb management, great jurisdiction. They've got cash flow from their zinc plant, and just super great share structure. Everything about these guys is amazing. Alright, next up is Forsys. While they definitely don't have as many of the great things that Global Atomic have, they do have a very solid share structure. They do have the best uranium mining jurisdiction on the planet, which is Namibia, and the deposit itself is very, very large. I think they are an excellent buyout opportunity because they don't really do a lot of advertisement, and their management doesn't seem to be anything crazy special. For like CGN or just something with China, I think is a great buyout opportunity for Forsys. And lastly is Baselode. Now, the reason I don't hold any other companies in the Athabasca Basin is because there's just so much regulatory stuff you have to go through to actually open a mine in Canada. It's terrible. So I hold these guys because I'm not worried about them actually opening a mine, but because their management is so good, they've got decent share structure, and so far, their hits have been quite good. I think on the chance that they do find something great, I'm absolutely willing to absolutely take that risk and dive right in with Baselode. They are my personal favorite explorer. That's, of course, why they're the only explorer I hold. Now, something to note is I would absolutely hold DPL on Bannerman as well if I could buy OTC or ASX stocks. Unfortunately, I can't. But yeah, that's everything. This is my whole portfolio. Thought that was good for transparency's sake, like I've said 50 times now. And let's go into my personal performance. So 1 year, I'm down 4%, whereas SPY is down 6.66%. Year to date, I am down 10%, whereas SPY is down 13.17%. And 1 month, I'm up 21%, whereas SPY is up 6.64%. Alright, so overall, yeah, I'm beating the market just by a little bit, which I'm absolutely happy about. Though, of course, it is absolutely not spectacular performance either. Because, yeah, there are definitely a lot of things I could have done better, like I'm still, of course, glad I haven't done as poorly as the market or a lot of the, like, ARC stocks have. Absolutely. Right? Like, Arcana I bought yeah, I kind of sold that at 90% loss. Luckily, that was a small, like, 1-2% position. Sold Exxon for a double, which is great, but that was back at $70. I also didn't take U profits in September or April. Countless other things. So, of course, there's other things I did well, like I sold out of everything that wasn't energy or precious metals back in September after the Fed presidents began to sell because they got called out for insider trading. And so, of course, something like that I did very well on. So, of course, overall, pretty mixed here. Once again, thought this was good for transparency's sake. Once again, do not follow anything I do or take anything I say as financial advice. Please do not do that. That is a horrible idea, okay? I just had to say it like that to really get that thought into your head. Alright, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.